What's going on, guys? I found out. Well, I found out that I didn't have to start over in Final Fantasy VIII because I just didn't. I didn't open the item that let me fight the monster to get the. But I did it anyways, and now I junctioned like a whole bunch more magic, and I got like high level spells, and I should probably start all the way over again because I can raise my seed ranking probably up more. But I don't know. I'm kind of busy right now. Like I was saying shit about hurry up and wait. I've hurry up and waited enough. Now I have to do some shit. But I don't want to get into it. But I don't know. Last I checked, Tiffany had her panties all in a twist and was like going around like yelling at people like, "You should have dated me in high school. You all are gonna regret it now." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this bitch all?" She's always got something that she's excited about. And it's retarded, and I'm still upset about the other shit, and I'm still waiting for all this shit to get cleared up. Also, I'm looking at like the vastly differences in our cultures. Like, see, I wouldn't even say it's like Spanish culture, and I wouldn't even say it's like Italian culture because like you gotta understand something. The Italian side of my family and the Spanish side of my family are more similar than they would like to. Like, it's just in different languages, and for that reason, I believe that my parents were trying to get like as far away from them as possible. But the general, I guess, consensus is it's like if you were in a farm. You know, you just have like a bunch of them. Like, what do you do if you have like a herd of pigs? You're like, oh well, that's the pigs, and you go take care of them and shit. And then what do you do if you got like a herd of cows? Like that's the herd of cows, and you go and like throw the corn and all that bullshit, right? It's kind of like kids. You have like a bunch of kids, and you're like, all right, let them go fend for themselves, and like, oh, but daddy, but they hit me. Well, hit them back. Maybe next time I show you how to throw a left hook, you won't start crying about it and go asking your mother about bullshit. Maybe you actually just sit there and throw a hook, right? Shit like that. That's kind of how it. One of my demo accounts just made $10,000. What the fuck? How did they do this? I just put the phone down. Holy shit, are you kidding me? I hope I don't accidentally show my name. Oh. Okay, I don't want to show any PII, but I told a few months ago, I said that once all this vaccine bullshit gets cleared up, I'm gonna start getting so many job offers that I know what to do with. This is so fucking annoying. I'm gonna be busy for the next few months now. This is probably the best thing ever because I don't want to deal with this bullshit. Tiffany's going around. It's not a Tiffany channel. So I got to. I'm uploading Final Fantasy VIII now, where I beat Diablo. I might refight Diablo because I didn't steal enough demis, but it's just demi. I don't really care about it, and I can get them other places. Um, I kind of don't even want to play Final Fantasy VIII anymore now because I'm gonna have to start taking orders from Renoa. I don't want to take orders from Renoa because she's just gonna everything she does. Like, they don't even do. Okay, in the game, Renoa thinks she's in charge, but she's really just like being used for a greater scheme because she's like some general colonel rich person's daughter. So everyone just like does what she wants, so she'll shut the fuck up. And then she ends up just like attaching to Squall because he's a go-getter and he gets shit done, and she's in some fucking silly little group that can't do anything, and then he has to do everything for her. It's fucking annoying. Why did I start making this? I don't remember. I think I wanted to talk about puppets. I think I wanted to talk about, because I woke up. I have to do some shit here in a little bit, and then I want to go to the gym. I was going to go to the gym yesterday, but I ended up playing Final Fantasy 8 all day. I was listening to puppets sing about how cool math is and all that kind of bullshit. And look, I was playing Final Fantasy 8, and look, I want to explain something to you. Okay, now look. Oh yeah, before I finish that. Okay, so then I see all these like Asian couples, but like full blown Asian, and like, cause I live in Koreatown and all that bullshit. Like I was just throwing away some trash, cause like I cooked some liver yesterday instead of like going out to eat again. I was throwing that shit away because it's starting to stink, and I noticed that the Asian couple was a little bit older than normal. Like most Spanish couples start having kids in their teens, if not 20s. 20s, if not teens. Let's just be honest, okay? And then, but then like the Asian couples have more like in their 40s, I would have to say. And like the Spanish kind of way of doing things is just like shove them all through the door, get them out of the house, right? Like, you're going to school, you're going to this, you're going to practice, you're 18, get the fuck out. Because there's so many of them. But like, the Asian way, it's like, they only have the one. So they're like, you have to play piano, you have to do this, you have to do that. And they're just like I literally just like, dude, it's kind of sad because, like, I'm sure that, you know, I'm sure they're a happy family, but just like, okay, what it is every time I see the kids, they're always like with their parents, and then like, I'll be like chilling and doing my own thing, and they'll be like, you can do something without your parents? I'm like, all the time. I don't do anything with them. I mean, like, this. I'm starting to remember the time when I made videos about how I didn't have bedtime and I got like a bunch of views in South Korea. I don't have a bedtime. Dude, I passed out at like, well, yesterday I went to bed at like 10 o'clock because I woke up at like 4 o'clock to play Final Fantasy 8. But normally I go to bed whenever the fuck I want to. So just like, all that bullshit. And then I was watching like, math is cool. I use it every day. Yeah, math is cool. Do 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 do. Yeah, I like math. But okay, so there's got to be a way to get a hot Asian bitch and have babies, but not be a helicopter parent. And I'm not saying, you know, kids shouldn't have freedom to roam. I'm just saying maybe you should check in on them every now and then. You don't have to like totally ignore them. So like, I don't want to do it either of those ways. I want to do it my way, is what I'm saying. And I don't see why she wants to always... What the fuck am I even talking about this shit for? I swear to God, like, I woke up and I saw, like... Gosh, stupid fans. There's just some fucking stupid... She's just, like... prancing around on the stage. She's always on a fucking stage somewhere talking about how like everyone who didn't believe in me when I was younger you just can't. Okay, so what I wanted to say, Because I'm also watching that thing about libraries, tomes and talismans, and basically what I was thinking of. Look, all you overly political people are retarded. Okay? Essentially, when it comes to not paying as much taxes, you want to be conservative because it's your money, and why should you have to pay taxes on it? At the same time, normally what happens is those people who tend to want to be left alone will be left alone too much, and they'll give up too much of their authority to some retards who are just, milking them, some grifter. And conservative grifters tend to be more cancel culture than even the woke people. They just don't tell you outright. Case in point, this whole banning TikTok thing is really actually just another way of weaponizing the internet. How about instead of banning TikTok, we just made it so that way people control their own information? See, it wouldn't be an issue. TikTok wouldn't exist in the form it does to steal everyone's data if the CIA and the FBI didn't have backdoors in everything, Microsoft and Apple and all that bullshit. So this is the result of putting your citizenship at an economic disadvantage so you can spy on them, is TikTok. So, anyways. I don't want to get into this bullshit. I'm going to start getting mad about shit. And then on the left, what happens is when you get, too far to the left, is you get these crazy pedos who are trying to go after your kids. Because, yes, should you, have like a kind heart and whatnot? Yes, to a point. Just like, should you be conservative? To a point. Should you be liberal? To a point. That's why it's called being independent or being a moderate. Okay? A moderate independent is someone who can go, I enjoy the tax decrease, but I do not agree that you can tell people what to do based on a fantasy book full of fables that the Roman Empire chopped up and said what was and wasn't real in the 300 AD. Oh, you didn't know about the Council of Nicaea? Okay, maybe that's because you don't question anything anyone tells you, and this is the end result of it. All right? The exact same thing of that on the opposite end is, believe everyone, everyone's a victim. Oh, wait a minute, why did we just allow a 600-pound male to compete in female weightlifting and shit like that? It's retarded. You guys are just stupid sometimes. Now, I want to point out that at one point in time, liberals used to be okay. Okay, like that shit I'm talking about, like math is cool, I like it every day, right? I'm pretty sure that what happened was in like 4th or 5th grade, I walked to school. I'm pretty sure I got into a fight of some kind with someone older than me, and I won, or like I didn't lose enough to where like they left me alone, but I had bruises or some bullshit like that. And one of those counselors or teachers was like, wow, okay, how about we take some of the budget that we get and we hire some puppets to come by and have an assembly for all the kids about how to get along and why you should study and all that bullshit, okay? Because, newsflash, conservatives tend to not dip into taxpayer fundings for puppets, okay? But Democrats do, okay? At the same time, though, there have been times when I've had teachers who were just fucking off the deep end and wanted to like spend money on everything and tax everyone for it, and the conservative teacher would be the one who was like, no, we can't do that. We have to think about budgeting. No, let's watch this 1962 Scrooge McDuck thing about how finances work out. Alright? So basically what you want to do, if you're not a retard, is you want to learn both sides, you want to be fiscally conservative, and you want to be socially liberal. Okay, that means you can balance your checkbook, and you're not going to judge someone else based on what they do. You'll judge them based on who they are. Okay, now if you wear punk rocker hair and pierce your lip and all that bullshit, but you work at a homeless shelter and someone judges you for your hair, they're wrong. At the same time, If you're a politician or a businessman and you wear a fancy $5,000 suit all day long and you hurt people, it's the same thing, only in reverse. You should be judged, but you're not. You're using the system to hide. So the simple bullshit, like learning both sides and how it works, is how you avoid that bullshit. Why do you think TPUSA and all that bullshit and all the other, like, all those grifter conferences, it's all of them spending money to try to, like, abuse young girls. That's all it is. Why do you think these losers spend so much? Look, it's just like when they were, when the conquistadors were coming to the Americas to, like, do the colonies and whatnot. They were like the friars and like the bishops were like right back, like, King Charles or whatever the fuck your name is. Why are you allowing these people to, like, pillage and rape and murder and do all these horrific things in your name? And he was like, dog, do you know how hard it is to get people to give up everything they have, cross the ocean, go through malaria-infested jungles, and then fight for Spain? No, if we don't let them do this, they will not go. So, like, that's kind of how it's become. Okay? So, the powers that be are so desperate that the only people they can get to do these things are those who are not good people. So you have to view it that way. You have to see both sides so you can know who is and isn't good. It's just that simple. I think Tiffany's broken. I think that dumb bitch ran away at 11 or 15 and got broken. And I think that she has... I don't even want to get into it. Stupid fucking hag. Every now and then, I'll just get like a message that's like one of the numbers one of her random numbers is like still... I have alerts set up. I don't want to go into it. I have other shit to do. I have to go do other shit. But fiscally conservative, socially liberal. Okay? Say it with me now. Fiscally conservative, socially liberal. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you want to smoke or not smoke. I don't give a fuck what you want to do with your life or who you want to do it with. Don't tax me for it. Don't tax me for it. Don't tax me for it, and don't make it my problem. Okay? If you want to get a cake, don't tax me for it. Okay? If you don't want to get a cake, I don't want to hear about it. Okay? Don't make it my problem. I want to wake up, get coffee, and play Final Fantasy VIII. Or maybe go study more cloud shit, because I'm starting to get mad. She was trying to tell me that I don't know how to handle money. If I don't know how to handle money, why are you the one who keeps fucking losing it? Oh, I gotta get. When I get paid again, I'm getting some new boxing gloves. I have to start punching things again. This is so fucking stupid. I'm gonna go. I have shit to do. Everyone, all right. Bye.